Happy birthday, Scorpio. Welcome to your November 2017 tarot reading with a little bit of astrology and oracle clarification if necessary. So we are in Scorpio season. I love this time of year. It's fall. We're starting to move into the darker hours of the year. It's kind of like entering I don't know, a cozy, warm space, even though it's the colder months. It's also a time of great reflection. So you're kind of in the spotlight right now, Scorpio. You rule the eighth house, and you're a fixed sign, and you're a water sign. So there are a lot of deep feeling signs, particularly water signs, but Scorpio, you are the deepest. There's so much under the surface there. And that's kind of what the house that you rule is about. It's called the house of death, sex, and other people's monies, i.e. inheritance. But really, that's another way of saying things you don't bring up in quote unquote polite conversation. Um, Not at the dinner table, not at in confession, not to grandma, but it's still important. These are all things that motivate us in our day-to-day life, whether it's emotionally or the way we conduct ourselves. Very important stuff. So that's why it's important that we take a look at the shadow realm or the underworld, the world of Scorpio, with importance, with a lot of thought. It's the shadow world. And this is where we investigate those deep things that motivate us. Right now, you've got a lot of planetary activity in there. The beginning of the month, you have Mercury, which brings a lot of thought process and questioning to a lot of things in the shadow world. Why do I do this? Why is this happening this way? Why did they mean that? Why do I always pick this type of male or female or non-conformist, gender non-conformed person? Why do I always find myself in these types of relationships, right? Now, Jupiter's in there, which illuminates everything and breathes an expansive energy. So whatever you're finding is more intense and it's easier to see with Jupiter. And then Venus is going to be joining you, and she brings more of that romantic, value-based, artistic, creative, sexy vibe. So again, this could be a very amorous time. It could also be just, a horny time, a very sexy time, and that's cool too. But most importantly, it's about learning about the self and integrating those things that we might think are unsavory parts of our personality, but in fact are just parts of our personality, and they have to be integrated. Everyone has them, a light and a dark side. That's the nature of polarity. The 7 Hermetic principles. It's one of the principles, and it's part of all of us. We all have two sides, a shadow and a light side. So there's no need to hide the shadow or curse the shadow. We actually integrate the shadow, so we're whole. Okay. What else is going on in the sky? Let's see. We've had Neptune in retrograde in Pisces for a very long time, but it's actually going direct on the 21st, so that should bring some focus to this very emotional time. Chiron is still retrograde in Pisces, so in addition to the shadow work we're doing, we're also looking at old wounds and how they affect us still today. That kind of relates to, looking at those motivations in the shadow world, your world. We have Uranus in retrograde in Aries, making interesting aspects to those planets in your constellation. So lots of tense energy, lots of unearthing of stuff that, we're going to learn some things about ourselves and about each other and about the world. What else? The North Node is still in Leo, so we're still collectively moving toward Leonian traits on the high octave, self-expression, agape love, things like that, positivity. And I think, Pluto, sorry, your ruling planet Pluto is in the constellation of Capricorn and is direct. Saturn is in Sagittarius, retrograde, and I think that's it. Mars is in Libra. Yeah, that should cover everything. Constellation or astrologically. Now, there's 2 lunations of import. The first one was the full moon in Taurus on Sunday, the 4th of November. So that's already occurred. And then the new moon will be in your constellation, the 4th quarter of Scorpio. That is the 18th Saturday of November. At 6:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So new moon, great time to set intentions, plant seeds, and grow things in your constellation. Again, unearthing things, learning things, going deep. Deep waters, unconscious. Okay, so let's get into your reading. This is a 3-card pull based upon the supernal triangle of the Tree of Life. So if you follow the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, this would be Keter, Hokmah, and Binah. If you follow the Kemetic Tree of Life, this would be Amenasur, Tehuti, and Sekert. If you just follow Jungian theory, this would be the superconscious, conscious, and subconscious mind. And we're using the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith, which is just a recoloring of the original Rider-Waite-Smith. So let's get started for Scorpio. Fixed water sign. I create for November 2017. 8th house ruler. The deep stuff. Transformation. What's going on with Scorpio? November 2017. What does Scorpio need to know for November 2017? Sorry for that. One more. Holy Hecate, cosmic soul, mother, Titaness, creatrix, God. What does Scorpio need to know? Fixed water energy, the unconscious, the 8th house ruler. What does Scorpio need to know for November 2017? So much focus on the 8th house right now in the shadow world. Thank you. Got quite a few cards. Super conscious. A little bit of heartache there. Conscious mind. Starting to move away from that heartache. And subconscious mind. Letting go of addictions. The devil. And you got 2 bonuses that came out. You got the star in reverse. And you got the 3 of coins in reverse. So we've got 2 major arcana. They're in and these last 3 cards are in the subconscious. So the devil is about, it's the Capricorn card, but because it's major arcana, I really believe it's more a situation in your life rather than a person. And what it feels like is you have taken the steps to release something that doesn't serve you anymore, some kind of behavior or addiction, or action or road you've been on that you've given it more thought and you've turned it around and you've stopped it and it's to your benefit. And I think it had something to do with letting go of a certain group of people or a relationship. Yeah. I have a feeling it is not a hurt, an emotional hurt so much as this has something to do with your spirit and your health. Some kind of behavior that you've let go of that was causing damage to your health and to your spirit, to your glow, your person, and you're letting that go. And it had something to do with people you were hanging out with. So it looks as though you're moving away from a group of people, a family dynamic, friends, a work environment. But it looks like friends, like a socializing dynamic that you've done. And some addictive or non-healthy behavior that has been impacting your health, you've just escaped it in time. So it's kind of like you're starting anew. This is the 5 of Cups in reverse in your conscious mind. So it looks as though you're moving into an area where whatever caused you to move into this addictive behavior or addictive pattern had something to do with feeling of inadequacy as a result of a heartbreak. So superconscious is reminding you of this heartbreak here, 3 of swords piercing the heart. And it's still in your mind, but it looks as though you're moving beyond that. Because that's the thing that sort of puts you into this I don't want to say downward spiral, but it sets you off on this course of life or lifestyle. It doesn't necessarily mean it's vices. It just means something in your life, either the people you're with. It could be a job. I mean, you could be an investment banker, but you're working with assholes, and it may have nothing to do with drugs or anything like that, or alcohol or any sex or anything like that. But it's causing stress and tension, and it's affecting your health. And I'm getting the vibe that it's affecting your heart, not cardio wise, but like spiritual. And that's whatever heartbreak this was, whether you lost a loved one, someone hurt you emotionally, either from childhood or a friend or a lover. That's what puts you in this trajectory and in this environment that was causing you pain. The devil in reverse is attachment to the physical world. Very often it's addictions, but it can also be work environments as well. Kind of get the vibe it might be work environments, but it's actually good for you to remove yourself from it. It doesn't feel like a relationship, like a romantic relationship. It feels like either friends or school or a work environment. But because you've made the decision to move on from this pain that you felt, that has been that's what's helped you to make the decision to let go of whatever destructive pattern this was in your life, which is great. And this is the time now looking, unearthing those motivations for why we do what we do. I think it's pretty clear here, but it looks like you're cleaning house, and that's admirable. And this is the stuff that makes real change happen and helps us really move in a trajectory toward our soul's growth and our soul's purpose in this incarnation. And it looks like you're absolutely on that track, Scorpio. Yeah, it's if there's going to be one sign who's familiar with unearthing things and looking at things and investigating things that other people are like, I don't want to know why I overeat. I don't want to know the reasons why. Scorpio is like, yeah, let's find out why. I'd like to know. I like that kind of thing. And that's the stuff that makes you intuitive, and it's what makes you a healer, and it's what helps you heal and move to that next level in consciousness. I don't think it needs clarifications. You've taken some steps to move beyond a pain that caused you to be living in a lifestyle, whatever kind it was, that involved other people, that was having a negative effect on you, on your health. And because you've made that move and gotten over this pain and realized your self-worth, that you deserve more than this. This isn't what it appears to be. You deserve more. And when I say this, I'm referring to that lifestyle, that dynamic that you were involved with. Just understanding that, because you've moved beyond the pain, is half the battle. Fantastic, Scorpio. Well done. I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, or if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like something a little bit more personal, feel free to email me at mememes@hotmail.com. You'll find that email address in the description box below the video. Elsewise, I will see you for the new moon in your sign, Scorpio, lunation, in November 18th, or I will see you next month. All right, you take care, Scorpio.